Dude, I'm so happy with this episode. We got a Laura episode, guys. I'm so happy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just saw episode 3 of Little Demon not even that long after recording the episode 2 review. So now it's time to talk about that. This episode was split into two different parts. It was on Laura and Darlene's part, I know their neighbor's name though, is Darlene, and Satan and Chrissy's section, which was a bit more goofy but also a bit more sentimental. Let's talk about Laura. Laura feels like a very negative person, like messed up person mentally. I'm not really sure how to word it, but she's, the typical cold-hearted person, doesn't like fun, doesn't, likes doing things very like a mean, aggressive way. That's her. And I really like that for her character. She's my favorite character. Y'all have been hearing me talk about her since the episode 1 review. But this episode was about the neighbor Darlene getting her out, trying to get her out of this all negativity and stuff, and take her out to a little bar, get her fun time going out. And she did not want anything to do with that, but she went. And at this bar, she meets this individual who she can automatically tell is a serial killer, and they start having this like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, will they, won't they have relations type of fight. Eventually they were going to kill each other, but Darlene ends up killing them before anything. It was very weird. Laura ends up going to remove a body. They have this whole heart to heart. Throughout the heart to heart, it was a very like, Darlene, you're so stuck up and positive. Oh, Laura, you're always negative. I'm just trying to be the better person for you and type stuff. It was very nice. I like it. It was very friendly. I like this friendship. Laura is my favorite person by far in this series. Chrissy and Satan. I thought it was just going to be a couple of one-off stuff and we were just going to strictly focus on Laura, but we kept going back to them for obvious reasons. Chrissy's the main character. So in this part of the story, the B plot, it was about, just what they're doing throughout this weekend. What is Satan trying to do to woo his daughter into signing this contract? And the first thing he did was take her to a play where the devil's kid signs a contract willingly for him. And it's like, that's not gonna work. She's not gullible. That's not gonna work. She wants a real relationship with her father, and he ends up taking her to this game show where they're killing a lot of different demons from a lot of different realms. Eventually it turns out, a little bit of a truth here. Satan's losing his powers, and because of that, maybe he's not as good as he once was. So the head of the game show traps Chrissy, and eventually she has to break out to save Satan. But Satan's like, oh, but it was just a ruse because I want you to see your full potential. And she's like, dude, I just want a dad. Which is all, obviously that's what she wants. I don't know why Satan's trying to go about this in a weird way. He's trying to go about this in a demon-like way. Like, if she was evil, this would work, but she's not evil. She is human, so you should try to go about it within a human-like way, because it's obvious that she wants a dad, and she just wants to know that you care about her emotionally and everything else. So, just pretend to do that, maybe? If they continue to do stuff like this where they get any character and pair them together and they're in a certain plot together, I would enjoy that. That's basically what I said I wanted in the episode 1 review. So to see Chrissy and Satan together in this episode makes me want her and Laura to have an episode together sooner or later. I want to see how she reacts to each of these different relationships. Maybe her and Benny could be in the next episode. I don't know. I don't look at episode trailers, so I could see, but also I could just wait until Friday for the episode to come out and I can view it. I just want to know more about Laura, to be honest. In episode 1, I didn't mention this, but I was surprised that Laura wasn't Latino. But in this episode, on one of the demons that she says she used to torture and stuff a lot, said she's had a quinceañera. I think that's what he said. So OMG, Laura's becoming more and more of my favorite character. I want to learn more about Laura. Can we get some flashbacks? Like, why is she so badass and cool? I want to know a lot more about her. This doesn't necessarily need to be a part of the plot. They don't need to tell me about her race or anything. It just helps, it helps the immersion. I get to know what these people are and how these people like interact with each other and stuff. Chrissy is very white, so I wouldn't be surprised if Laura's just white. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm just excited. This is a really good show. Not a great show yet. Like I said, I think in episode 2 review or earlier in this review, it does have the potential to be great. It just depends on how they continue going forward within season 1. But I'm really enjoying myself so far, honestly. I want to see what these characters do next, and that's more than I can say for some shows that I've seen in the past. So I'm just excited to see what happens, and yeah, I'm just excited. I don't know. It's nice to be excited about something. So yeah, with that being said, what are your opinions on episode 3 of Little Demon? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. I'm really enjoying the show, as I've been saying so many times. I know it's going to end. I wonder how season 1 is going to end. Is it going to end with some sort of a contract thing? Is it going to end with some sort of a big moment where her father does eventually start gaining these emotions towards them? I would be down for anything. There's a lot of routes this can go down, and I'll be a-okay with all of them. And with that being said, I'll see each and every one of you around next time. It's always really fun. Yeah. Goodbye.